I want to quickly go over what I am looking at when I'm solving a cube and just how I do it. So this isn't a tutorial, it's just explaining what I see and kind of the basic method, and also how I mix the cube and some of the rules about how long you get to inspect the cube at a competition. Because when I am just cubing and somebody's interested, they always want to mix it up and then they want to give it to me totally blind and just start timing me from when I get the cube. But you do get 15 seconds to inspect the cube and have a look at, you know, planning out your first few moves. So to mix a cube, you start with the white on top and the green facing you. So this is the top, which is called up. So you got up, down, left, right, front, back, and you can move it either clockwise or anti-clockwise, which is called prime. So you'd have F, which is moving it a quarter clockwise, and F prime is moving the front anti-clockwise a quarter turn. F2 would be moving a half turn. So it starts with F2, then L, which is L clockwise, B2, which is the back twice, R, which is R clockwise, U2, which is the top face or the up twice, F2, R, B2, L, U2, B2, D, so down clockwise, R prime, so move the right one anti-clockwise, front, U2, R prime, D prime, U, F2, R. So now this is how a cube would be given to you in a competition, in a bucket. So there'd be a bucket covering it, and then they start the stopwatch from when you take the bucket off. So they'd start the stopwatch like this, and you'd have 15 seconds, and they warn you when you're down to about 8 seconds. So I'm planning out that if I move that down there, then it'll be on the opposite face. But I've got these two good ones actually, so I need to start now. So I've got that part of the cross, because I'm building a white cross. Now I've got the third part of the white cross. I ignore these corners, they don't mean anything yet. And then that's the cross done. So now this one looks like the next easiest. So it's blue and orange, so I look for blue and orange, which is here. So I move that up to the top, so it's on blue there. It's orange, so I move it away from orange, line it up with its piece and move it up. And it needs to go down here because the blue center means that's the blue face, and the orange center means that's the orange face. So I bring it up and slot it in. I can already see that white there, so I move it to see what other colour it is. It's orange and green, which is here. So if I move that once, and move that up, then I've got them here, and I know that it needs to go here because this is green and orange. So I just pair them together, so they're paired, and then slot it in. So these two are now done. So then I see my next one is here and here, and I know that that one pairs with that one, so I don't want to do that, because if I bring it up there, that's not a very good case. But I do want to bring it up because I want to get that. Well, normally I bring that up and have it on top, but I can see that it goes with that one. So if I move that up to there, then now they will go together nice and easily in here, like that. So now they're in place, and I can see the blue and red there, so that's the final piece that needs to go there, but I also need the corner, which is around the back of here. So I can move that around one, so the white is on the side. Move that down because it's not messing up this slot. Pair them together, and then bring it back around to the front, and it needs to go up in here. And then now I need to make a yellow cross because I'm using to look OLL. So OLL is orientating the last layer. So to orientate it, you need to get this all yellow. So I do it in 2 stages. I make a yellow cross first, like that. That's just a memorized algorithm. And then I see these two here, which are known as headlights because it's the same color either side of a different colored middle piece. So that is, I think I've just forgotten what case this is now. Not that one. Okay, so now I've got a different case. I know this one. So now these aren't, these are on the sides here and here. Is that one. So I see this, which is one of these. So this is the V perm, I think. No, it's the other one. Where is it? Yeah, it's this one, AA. I think. Either way, I know that I've got this block here and that the headlights are at the back, so these are the headlights, so I know that it's this case. I just do that and then move it one more and it's solved. Oh, and stop the clock. You have to put it down and stop the clock. But it doesn't normally take me 3 minutes 14. So let's do a quicker one. So white on top, green facing me. B, to do B, you'd have to, I already know that it's that way to do it clockwise, but you can see there it's clockwise that way. U2.
D prime F R2 F L U2 R U2 R2 F2 U2 R2 D R2 F2 B2 L2 F.
So let's try that again, but this time I'll do it at full speed. So I know that that's on opposite colour because orange and red are opposite, and that will be on opposite and that will be on opposite. So this will be quite an easy cross. So that's the cross done. One of the corners, two of the corners, three of the corners. That's all of the corners done. Make a yellow cross. Make it all yellow so that's orientated. And now, I think that was a V-perm. Done. So 24 seconds. So I forgot to say PLL is permutating the last layer. So once you've got, let's mix it up a bit. So you need to make a yellow cross. And then you need to make it all yellow, so that's OLL. So now that's all yellow. So then you have to permutate the last layer. So that's these bits here. So this here is a V-perm, because you've got this block here, but you don't have the headlights at the back. So that is, the way you'd like to do it is so it's lined up here on its colours, because then you won't have to do that, which I think is called AUF, where at the end you have to move it for the final bit. But I don't want to do that now and then do a cube rotation, because the thing that takes the most time is moving the cube around like this. It's much quicker to do it like this. So it was there, I think. So this is one of these cases. So there's 21 cases here. And this is the V-perm, which is this one down here. So I have to do these moves, which is the same as when you mix the cube up. You just follow this, and it will solve it. So it's quite difficult to do slowly because I've memorised it as a muscle move. So I don't think in my head R prime, U, R prime, and I just know it from practicing it hundreds of times. Okay, so you do the cross, which is C. If you're using the C-FOP method, you've got C-F-O-P. So C is the cross. F means F2L, which is first two layers. So that's putting these in together. So the beginner's method is that you would put this corner in first, and then you'd put that in later on once you've done all the corners. Doing the first two layers together saves a lot of time, so you put them in together. So that's cross, F2L, OLL is the O, and then PLL is the P, C-FOP, C-F-O-P. So that is what a cuber sees when they're solving. You can skip, so I do 2-look OLL where I make a cross and then I do the corners of the yellow. So there's only 7 possibilities once you do the cross. You can go straight to having it all yellow, which I think is 57 moves, 57 different algorithms to get this all yellow. I might do it in the future, but at the moment I haven't memorised all 57, so I just use the 7 from the cross. So it takes me 2 different sort of moves, or 2 different moves to get it yellow, and I use 2-look PLL, although I'm learning full PLL. So there's 21 algorithms to finish off the final layer. I think I've learned about 7 or 8 of them, but you can also do it in 2 stages. So I think if you do this move, so when you've got headlights, so we'll ignore the fact that I already know this one, but so you put the headlights at the back, and then you do this move. So that's like the first stage of doing PLL, and then you've got a much simpler case here, so I know this one is that. So you can do it in 2 stages, the same as with OLL.